Imagine it's a quiet Tuesday evening. You're sitting on the sofa, scrolling through your phone or watching a movie, and you feel it, that weight of a gaze. You look down, and there they are. Your dog is just staring. Not at the door, not at their leash, not even at the treat jar, just at you. Most owners look at this and think their dog is waiting for something. We assume they're hungry, or bored, or maybe they've just glitched for a second. We give them a quick pat on the head and go back to our screens, thinking we've fulfilled a minor request. But that's not what's happening at all. In the world of dog psychology, this isn't a request, it's a conversation. When you meet that gaze and offer a soft, slow blink, you are triggering what scientists call the oxytocin feedback loop. It's the exact same chemical mechanism that bonds a human mother to her newborn baby. When your dog looks at you like this, they aren't asking for a snack, they are drinking you in. They are checking their internal compass. Because to a dog, you aren't just a person who provides kibble. You are their primary attachment figure. Their nervous system is literally wired to synchronize with yours. When you look back with affection, their heart rate slows down, their cortisol levels drop, and their brain floods with a sense of absolute belonging. By simply returning that look, instead of ignoring it, you are telling their entire biological system, I see you, you are safe, we are one pack. It is the most effortless way to say, I love you, in a language that predates words. But eye contact is only the first thread in a much deeper web. Because love isn't just about what they see in your eyes. Sometimes, it's about what they find when you aren't even in the room. Have you ever come home to find your dog curled up? Not in their expensive orthopedic bed, but on a pile of your dirty laundry? Or maybe you've noticed that the moment you leave the house, they head straight for your discarded sneakers or that hoodie you left on the chair. Most owners see this and feel a bit frustrated. We think they're being messy, or that they just like the warmth, or worse, that they're being destructive. We might even scold them for nesting in our clean clothes. But that's only the surface. To your dog, your scent is the most powerful emotional anchor they possess. While we navigate the world through sight, they navigate it through a complex chemical map of belonging. Your unique scent profile is literally the smell of home. When you aren't there, your dog feels a natural spike in cortisol, the stress hormone. By burying their nose in your clothes, they are performing a form of self-medication. Research shows that when a dog catches the scent of their primary human, the reward center of their brain, the caudate nucleus, lights up like a firework. It's a shot of pure comfort. They aren't just lying on your shirt, they are wrapping themselves in your presence to keep the anxiety of your absence at bay. When you intentionally leave a piece of your worn clothing for them when you head out, you aren't just leaving laundry, you are leaving a chemical shield. You are telling them, even when I am gone, I am still protecting you. This simple daily act transforms their environment from a lonely house into a sanctuary of safety. However, love isn't just about what they smell when you're away, it's about how they physically lean on you when you're right there. Imagine you're standing in the kitchen, waiting for the kettle to boil, or perhaps you're stopped for a moment at the front door. Suddenly, you feel a gentle but firm pressure against your shins. Your dog has walked up and simply leaned their entire body weight against your legs. Most people dismiss this as a minor nuisance or a request for scratches. We think, you're in my way. Or, are you just tired of standing? Some even worry it's a sign of dominance, a lingering myth that suggests your dog is trying to control your space. But that couldn't be further from the truth. This is what behaviorists call the trust lean. In the canine world, physical contact is the ultimate currency of safety. When your dog leans on you, they are doing something deeply vulnerable. They are surrendering their balance to you. They are using your body as a grounding wire for their own nervous system. Through a process called co-regulation, your dog is literally syncing their heart rate and breathing with yours. By leaning into you, they are saying, I trust you to hold me up. It's an emotional handshake that confirms you are their safe base. In the wild, a dog would never lean their weight against something they didn't implicitly trust to protect them. When you allow that lean, when you stay still for just 10 seconds and let them feel your solid presence, you are performing a massive act of emotional reinforcement. You are confirming that you are their anchor in a world that can often feel loud and unpredictable. You are telling them, I've got you. I'm not going anywhere. But there's a specific way you talk to them during these moments that changes their brain structure even more than your touch. We've all done it. You look at your dog and suddenly your voice jumps an octave. You start using that rhythmic, high-pitched baby talk, asking them who's a good boy or telling them how much you missed them. From the outside, it looks a bit ridiculous. Most people think this is just us humanizing our pets, or being overly sentimental. You might even feel a little embarrassed if a neighbor overhears you. We assume the dog doesn't understand the words anyway, so why bother with the theatrics? But science tells a much more profound story. This is what researchers call dog-directed speech, DDS, and it is a biological key that unlocks your dog's sense of safety. Studies using fMRI scans show that when dogs hear this specific, high-pitched, rhythmic tone, the reward centers of their brains, the nucleus accumbens, light up significantly more than with a flat adult voice. To a dog, a deep, monotone voice often signals authority, distance, or even a potential threat. But your happy voice? That is the frequency of absolute security. It tells their nervous system that the environment is safe, that you are happy with them, and that they are loved. By talking to them this way daily, you are literally sculpting their brain to associate your presence with pure joy and zero anxiety. It's not about the words good boy or dinner time. It's about the melody of your affection. When you use that voice, you aren't just being silly, you are providing a verbal hug that regulates their entire emotional state. Have you ever noticed how your dog's whole body wiggles the moment you change your tone? That's not just excitement. That's their system exhaling. But as powerful as your voice is, the most important thing you do for them happens when you aren't even looking at them. And it's what defines your role in their world every single night. Night falls. The house grows quiet. You're finally lying down, the day's stress slowly fading. And then you feel it, a soft thud at the foot of the bed, or a cold nose pressing briefly against your hand before they circle 3 times and settle in. Most people think this is just a habit or a search for a warm spot. We assume they're just being dogs, following a primitive instinct to sleep in a pile. Some even think it's a sign of a spoiled pet who doesn't know their boundaries. But this is the most profound moment of your daily connection. In the wild, sleep is the time of maximum vulnerability. For a dog, choosing where to sleep is a strategic decision of survival. When your dog insists on being near you, or better yet, touching you while they drift off, they are designating you as their pack anchor. They are saying, "The world is unpredictable, but as long as I can feel your pulse, I am safe." This is what biologists call social buffering. Your mere presence acts as a physical regulator for their nervous system. When they sleep near you, their REM cycles are deeper, their recovery is faster, and their anxiety levels bottom out. They aren't just sleeping, they are recharging their entire soul through the proximity of yours. By simply allowing them to be close, by letting that paw rest on your ankle or that head on your lap, you are fulfilling the highest role a human can hold in the dog's life. You aren't just a caregiver, you aren't just a source of food or walks. To them, you are the definition of home. And every time you choose to stay close, every time you return that slow blink or offer that high-pitched hello, you aren't just owning a dog. You are building a sanctuary where they never have to feel alone again. Because in the end, it was never about training. It was always about the invisible thread that keeps you both whole.